Here we are then, everyone. Welcome back. It's the final map of the series between 9Z and Imperial. It's gone the distance with both teams taking their respective map picks, and it all comes down to this in the knife round. And Imperial are going to win it out. And Lucy, this is an exciting prospect for one of these two teams. Obviously, neither of them will be eliminated because it's a double elimination format, but there's only one spot for IEM Dallas, and it's all on the line.
Yeah, and Imperial, the favorites coming into this one. They looked a little bit rough on Nuke, but on Inferno looked really in their element. And now they're going to be picking that CT side. They'll be in the right position to potentially continue that momentum forward. See what they're able to do here. Thankfully, winning the knife round puts them in a good position. We're jumping straight into this one. Should be an exciting matchup. Both these teams have some pretty solid fraggers, and Dust2 is a good map to get to witness that, right? We see a lot of great duels going on. We get to see Fallen taking on Luken, and Fallen was an absolute menace on Inferno, so I'm really excited to see what he can show us here when he gets that AWP in his hands. He's very mobile with that. Give me the pistol here, which Imperial have won all of the pistols so far, so 9Z. See if they can buck that trend here, as they can be rushing out towards long, it looks like.
It does look like to be the case as well, and for FNX and boltz, they're just going to go into a quick retreat. It's actually fast from 9Z, but David, he does get the trade onto FNX, and they're just going to advance with pace here. And 9Z, they're just going to really take the fight to Imperial, but the kills, they're all coming through the smoke. It's all such a chaotic mess, and now David, he can't actually get anything done. He gets spammed through the smoke by Fallen. And immediately Imperial once again win another pistol.
Yeah, those USPs just wrecking havoc on long. Just the angles favoring them, just darting in and out of that smoke, just doing so much chip damage there. They weren't even necessarily finding the kills immediately, just bringing all these players down low. And just the barrage of USP shots eventually wears them down thin. So a great round here from Imperial. I see them fully buy into this one. Fallen already getting ready for that AWP, just the USP in his hands, so saving up some extra cash to get the AWP out at a later date. So feeling confident they're going up against blocks here, and that they are. FNX can be greeted by these blocks, and Luken's actually going to take him down. The trade does come through. Falling with this USP has an opportunity to get a few. Does get 3 for his name, so great effort from him. Goes down in the end, but all of those kills are now going to easily set him up for that AWP.
Yeah, nicely done. Fallen on the USP, mowing them all down. He gets a lovely triple kill, and would you look at that? 9Z. They've got a lovely investment to go with as well, right? AWP for both sides, so an early sniper battle potentially. Obviously, the T's aren't going to catch anyone crossing, so haven't elected to go for this boost in towards middle. But Fallen, he's got aggressive with this, peeking in towards lower. Could be another opportunity for him to take early advantage.
That flash is perfect though. Clears him off the angle. So not able to find anything so far. And FNX almost finding DGT. Manages to push him all the way out of Longhouse. It's a bit of control gain for the T's at the defensive bit of damage. Now we're going to be grouping up in middle here. First sitting on the other side of this hinge smoke, but a couple of players have made their way up into short. Fallen getting boosted on the head of his teammate here. Looking for any players. Oh, he catches Max on the slither of an angle. A great shot from the AWP. And meanwhile, found one standing through the door. So no one taking any damage yet on this Imperial squad. And all these players left already wounded.
Yeah, lovely boost coming out on short. David, he's still here, but he hasn't really got his teammates to back him up. Spread out quite thin, a 9Z right now. Just looking for any sort of openings that Imperial might provide for them. But with 40 seconds left on the clock, it looks to be that Luken is actually just going to save. So immediately off the back of the early pressure that Imperial gathered, and the real momentum swing coming into this, it seems that Imperial are really looking to take it to 9Z on Dust2. I like this, though. I like this decision for 9Z immediately. They're just going to go, okay, let's just save. Let's just keep our money in check. Let's give us a fighting chance going forward for the next few rounds. And David is going to be a little bit careful. because he will lose his life to an MP9, and just sort of singing their praises, they do lose another member.
Thankfully, it's still within the round time, so going to get that loss bonus. Luken, yeah, no armor either able to be purchased still. He went for the naked orb in the previous round. I'm going to be stuck with that once again. Still can have a lot of impact with that. He's not getting a lot of luck with these spawns, though. It's 2 times he's been all the way down towards the B side, so can't go for any of these aggressive peaks towards long. Instead, going to be looking to hold down middle, see if he can win out the duel against VINI, who's posted up there at the moment. DGT looking to see if he can get a look in towards long, but Fur going to be holding that angle. The Molotov pushes him off. Yeah, it's just the Deagle and P250s that are on the 9Z side here around that AK and up. Not the weaponry you want to be dealing with. Max goes down as well to a very clean headshot from VINI. Fallen also holding this tight angle, spots the player crossing, but not able to connect the shot. Now, can get boosted up immediately into short. He's been so mobile, but doesn't get there quite quick enough. There's actually a T already there, but the nade combined with Fur, and, well, now it's Luken once again. Alone here with one teammate, and they might try and give this one a look in. You don't want to be saving every single round. Flash going to push Luken off the angle. There's no armor here, but he doesn't need it with the op. Takes down Fur. Now the 2 on 4. There's 50 seconds left. They've got to find an opening.
It's going to be very difficult, especially with Fallen posted on this line over towards short. Luken is going to have to win this fight. It's quite a common angle, but in fact, just jumping towards the CT position. Fallen's rebounds, it's not going to be enough. But VINI's there with the immediate trade, and FNX still goes unnoticed, just tucked in the corner on this long position. Silver lining for 9Z, they're able to get this bomb plant down, but apart from that, it's all cloudy here on the server for the T side as Imperial. They get 4 rounds in a row once again, and I feel like the momentum, it really turned tides over on that CT side of Inferno. And whilst Imperial, yes, they have started every single half strong and dominant, I feel like the ripple effect and the chain reaction could just be too much for 9Z.
Yeah, I did like what we saw out of Luken there. Despite having no armor, just that AWP, he does get a bit creative. Finds that kill under CT and spawn, and then is able to find a timing where he can drop through and catch out Fallen towards long. So great stuff from the T side AWPer. The DGT that has the AWP first time around this time has the spawn for it and finds Fur. So great opening kill, this time going the way of 9Z. That AWP can be given back to Luken. They have the player advantage now. Plenty of time to work with it.
And it's a double AWP setup for Imperial as well, and we know how mobile Fallen can be. Just actually repositioning towards this short position, trying to get a look in potentially on Max. Gonna burn away his toes just a little bit. It's 9Z beam towards the upper tunnels. The second AWP of VINI is going to need to go absolutely huge, but are they aware that Rox is already here? Spotted out at the first instance. Now VINI can just turret on in, but Luken, what an incredible shot. And that's going to be the warning sign for Imperial to save. They're going to turn around and sprint for the hills. And this AWP of Luken is really starting to wake up here in the past couple of rounds, and it's just enabled 9Z to pick up their first.
Yeah, the AWP really chiming in there. DGT getting the opening towards long, and then Luken able to find that great kill onto VINI before he could reposition and find a second. So great response here from 9Z. They keep 4 players alive as well. Be able to build up a little bit of bank here. Start to get a bit of a economy into this T side. Still plenty of cash on the Imperial side as well. So 2 buys left on the board. Saving that AWP. He's 7 for 2 at the moment, so having a lot of impact with that. But just didn't get the opportunity to do anything that round, unfortunately. Once that B site falls, it becomes very difficult to retake.
Yeah, you're right, and Dust2 is really an AWPer's playground. So many long angles for them to engage upon, and It looks to be for both teams that they're trying to rely on the success of the sniper rifles to don them more rounds in the final map of the series. Fallen taking a little bit more of a passive look over towards middle through these double doors. Meanwhile, we can see luken postured with the sniper of his own, trying to see if there's any aggressing Imperial members over towards short. But as they gather towards middle, we've seen them do this before. A hinge smoke allows them to maybe get up towards this position. But Fur, he's holding the line through these double doors. Diligent with utility, a 9Z, determined to make sure that mid control is theirs.
Yeah, it's a great little position here. And actually, Fallen that finds the first, just holding that angle towards short. No smoke to block him off, and now he's going to rotate over to B. So staying mobile. That bomb dropped towards short. There's actually no one here to contest at the moment. So if Max does continue scaling outwards, won't find anyone here to contest him. Fur is slowly rotating in. That bomb is going to start to make its way over. Fur, this nade might just overshoot the mark. These are already pushing out, and Rox, yeah, catches him off guard. VINI now in position to cancel this out. Gets flashed off, but still finds Rox. So it's now going to be a 3-on-4. That bomb is able to make its way in. All of the T's towards the site. You're going to have 2 playing up towards Goose here. Short completely uncontested, and that's where boltz is going to come from. He's going to find 2, and well, now it's just David left. He's picked up this AWP, but they're just jumping to find him, and FNX finds him in the end. So a great retake there from Imperial. Putting us now up to 5-1. 9Z. Not quite the start they were hoping for.
No, really lovely retake from Imperial, completely suffocating 9Z all the way over at Goose. Just simply too many angles and too many crossfires that Imperial have already established, despite the bomb only being planted. You had boltz in at short, you had the CT presence, you still had 2 players on long doing all of the damage, and Imperial are really taking the fight to 9Z here on their CT side. This totem pole has been established. First time we've seen it for luken up towards mid. He's not going to find anything. And instead, once again, 2 snipers have been purchased for Imperial. Hopefully, they want to have more success than they did before.
Yeah, Fallen's been pretty keen on trying to take some sort of aggression here towards short, but hasn't been able to find anything yet. Got flashed to the high heavens then. Had to force all the way back around to CT. I'm loving watching his repositions. He's just never in the same angle twice. Missed the opportunity to find someone there. Has to fall back. So far, bit of a slow one. 9Z taking a little bit of damage. Not anyone going down quite yet. Fallen now, repositioned back up towards short. Could be the first one that gets contested here. That molly's going to go astray. Luken is holding this angle if Fallen does decide to progress any further. Smokes are going to come down. The shot comes through. He's going to push up into the smoke. He's hiding in it, trying to catch up a timing here. FNX on the site. He's going to swing out looking for a kill. Doesn't find it. Fallen, he's just been sitting in this the whole time. He hears all of them go past. When's he going to activate? He does now. Finds Max. Gonna dart back around these smokes, and he's staying alive. They can't find him. Rox does eventually spray him down through the smoke, but now it's a 3-on-3. Fur's up close. Luken takes down VINI. Fur manages to get the trade onto Rox now. It's just Luken on the side. GGT coming on the flank from long, though, finds him. And now boltz has to find 2. Knows where both of them are. Jumps up onto the site, but is taken down by Luken. And a great post-plant from 9Z, despite the individual heroics from Fallen.
Yeah, he tries his best. He's just trying to really take the fight to 9Z time and time again. You mentioned his repositioning, and it was a really nice angle over towards short before those exec smokes came in from that position. And he just decides to play in it, and it's a scary prospect, and it was good for 1, but the gamble doesn't really pay off, and it leaves Imperial on a little bit of a hill. And it detracts, more importantly, attention away from long, which DGT can strike in and just lock in the round for 9Z. But we are back to it once again. FNX, he's just on this MP9, but for the rest of his team, it's a good investment.
Yeah, Fallen still has his hands on the AWP. Been so impactful here on Dust2 so far. Once again, they're going to be looking for something towards mid. There are quite a few players here. Flashed off, but doesn't fall for it. Doesn't shoot any bullets to alert them to his presence here. Holding the angle. That bomb is dropped outside of B. Does indicate they might be interested for a bit of a B split here. You can see Max lining up a bit of a smoke. Boltz going to be the one that gets tested here. These smokes come through. He's going to push in front of him. He has the angle, the flash. It's perfect, but Boltz shot even better. Takes down David. The molly to push off the teammate so he can't come in for the trade. That's called off this mid to be immediately.
Yeah, it is, and good long control being taken by FNX as well on the other side of the map. 9Z don't you know it yet, but their option is really to only go short, and the bomb, it's firmly on Rox's back, heading that way. Important gunfight between DTG and FNX, but let's not come back to that right now. This Spur is going to get Molotov off in the site, stands in the fire, and the flames will eventually burn alive, but takes one to the grave with him. And DGT, once again, his lurk pays off. So now the bomb, it can be planted to 2 versus 3. And this smoke is going to really entice Fallen to get up close. It's a very scary prospect. Can be boosted on over. Max hits the deck and they know where DGT is. So often been this lurk, and has also eliminated FNX. So it looks a little bit unfavourable. This is free. The spray, it just doesn't quite land the mark despite them lining up. And Imperial 6-2.
It looked like the perfect post-time position there, right? The bomb gets in, they plan it for long. DGT is set up there to be able to take it, but relied on that player on site staying alive, and all 3 CTs wrapping at once made that a very difficult affair. So 9Z, they're not able to string any of these rounds together. Imperial fighting back each time, keeping them in check and keeping this game competitive. You can see a poll is going to come through for the T's as they evaluate their next move. Back up this bomb plant, plus the loss bonus they'd still accumulated. They do have a bit of cash. They can opt to go for a buy if they do so wish to. They have indeed done that. Brock's going to be relegated to a Tech 9 and Max to a Galil, but otherwise AK is across the board. And the money still hasn't been built up for the CTs yet, so there's an opportunity here. If the Ts are able to find this round, then Imperial will be forced onto an eco. That could give an avenue back into this half for 9Z.
Yeah, that's the detriment of running double AWP. It's such a heavy investment, and it weighs heavy on the bank balances of Imperial. But Fallen, when you're going 11 and 3, you're definitely going to want to keep putting this sniper into his hands. Once again, donning it. For 9Z, it's more of the same. It's the same old default, except A presence not even a factor to consider. All grouping towards tunnels. But the bomb is working its way up middle potentially. Max is just having a look in. Hipsmoke gets deployed. It's all a little bit of a ruse potentially. But no, he will actually just jump on over. It's a bit of a slow one here for 9Z. But for Imperial, more of the same. Once again, an aggressive line being taken with the AWP. Another boost being mantled. I love seeing stuff like this.
Yeah, it's keeping the CTs interested as well. It's playing out exactly how they wanted. It's just boltz here on the B side, although the rotator has come over now. There's no one in mid, so there is an opening here. VINI is sort of jiggling the angle, but Ts have just taken too long. They've given up too many of these engagements. boltz finds 2 for free. No one really positioned to trade, and now Fur's going to get flashed through. He does go down, though. Max does find him. He's going to drop the defensive smoke, but there's still 2 CTs on the site. 3 Ts. He's still committing to B. Couple of flashbangs in the bag, so they can make a play for this, but these CTs have really locked themselves into the corners here. It's going to be a difficult duel just to get into this site, and then the post plant. VINI and boltz both going to chime in. Not a single kill going the way of the T's, and a very clean one for Imperial.
Yeah, I like the idea for 9Z. They reset towards tunnels despite showing all of this mid pressure. You can see that Imperial were worried about it. Maybe tunnels not even a real contention. Just Imperial were eliminating that angle by just their pure positioning alone. But their crosshairs were really just focused on towards this middle position. So 9Z had a really nice opportunity there. Oh, lovely shot, luken. To capitalise, but not to be. The crossfire, it still reigns supreme. And Imperial 7-2. We did see this on Inferno, though, so let's not get carried away. Because 9Z, they dug their heels in and they battled back. But this looks to be a different Imperial from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, these pistols, this half-buy, really making it work. Just the Tech 9s, Scout and the Galil and the AK. Bit of a haphazard buy, but it's managed to work. They found 3 kills, no trades inside at the moment. FNX could cause a bit of an issue here in mid. There are 2 players here. If he can find both of these, that might allow them an avenue back into this. That bomb is going to get planted for free. Post-plant. Ooh, rocks. Boltz, I think he might have heard the drop. He definitely took a shot there towards his position. Certainly aware of it now. Should be able to find rocks for free, and that might be a way for him to at least save this M4. Be unlikely he can cause too much more damage, although he's going to stick around. A great deal of money to work with, but neither do really the T's. So if he's able to get another kill or 2 here, that might be worth it.
I just have no idea how DGD just doesn't go down to that grenade. Just dink down to 3 points of health. It's unbelievably unlucky for boltz with that HE placement, but nevertheless, 9-0. I'm singing Imperial's praises, and they make it work with the half buy. boltz even hitting the deck with Max holding such a tight angle. And is this it? Could this be the turning point for 9Z to work their way back into this half? The buy for Imperial, it's a little bit rocky. They might just want to elect just to have pistols here to set them up for more success later down the line. It's exactly what we're going to see just onto these Deagles and a single HE for FNX.
Yeah, great opportunity now for 9Z to hop into that driver's seat and secure a few more rounds on the board. Although we have seen what all of these players can do with these Deagles, so I wouldn't count them out quite yet. Well, I'm going to be looking for info, and there's that Deagle. Fair finds ahead of David, so that's a kill for free. No trade possible. FNX, maybe the next one tested, but gets immediately taken down by GGT. Just ready for that angle. And now, they can slowly take control. Need to go for these longer engagements, rather than testing the metal of these Deagles. Fair on this breeze could catch out Max if he wanders too far down, but he's playing so cautiously here. I think he even spots VINI. He's just looking to play spoiler to any antics that these pistols can get up to. Such good control, not swinging out wide onto VINI there. He knows the player's there, but he's just so wary about this burst. And yeah, he's just going to give it up. These CTs, they're going to try and hunt for him, but he's done everything he needs to do. He's disallowed any chance for them to steal this round away. That's going to be a 4th now for 9Z once this bomb goes off.
Yeah, it's once again the same old story of Imperial look dominant early on, and 9Z, they just go, okay, no, we've had enough now. You've had your fun. We want to start really giving you a run for your money. Really well played, just to attract all of the attention there. And VINI, I don't think he's going to be allowed to potentially get... say that. Potentially another few coming in and falling with the USP right at the death. Takes out Max. But you're right, 7-4. And maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's just a case of 9Z are just slow burners all across the board. Whatever map they're on, whatever half they're on, it just takes them a little bit to warm up into it, get their cohesion going. And really take the fight to Imperial. But now 7-4. Battle lines have been drawn. Luken looking a little bit sharp on the AWP. It could be a factor for their success. He's lighting up the hinge smoke as well. Love to see it.
We love those RUP smokes, the ones that just seem a little bit too crazy. The orb makes it a little bit easier to line up those very specific pixels for those throws. Now fair, that nade is going to be very juicy. Brings down David, 69 health points. FNX posted up here next to Blue Box. He's in a good position. There's no one here to play with him though. Getting more than one is going to be difficult, and he actually decides to go for the aggression here. They're holding for him, though. They're ready for it. They try and swing. Oh, the trades are awkward. He's trying to shoot through the door. The flash comes through. He actually drops one. He does find him in the end, but full blind, FNX finds that kill. That's more than it seemed like he was going to be able to do. Now fair. Taking a bit of control towards short as well, which is where the rest of these are grouped up. Oh, the spam through the smoke. Max just catches him. Fallen chimes in with a kill on David in mid, though. Now the 3-on-3. Mid control. Taken by the CTs. Fallen's going to slowly be clearing this with the orb, but Max is up in this tight angle, and he swings out and finds both on the spray down. Great play from Max. 3 in the round, and that's a 5th now on the board for 9Z.
Yeah, Aggression being punished at long by 9Z. FNX, he does do well to get one, but immediately the space has been given over by this aggression. It allows them to capitalize upon it. 9Z have consistently been able to get short relatively easily throughout this first half, and it really shows there, especially because they can just turn on a dime and hold for these rotations coming in. And once again, they're doing really well. I'm very impressed. Once again, Max with a lovely shot on towards boltz. He's just going to be falling with his hero AWP. We know what this man can do with this weapon. Try to roll back the years here. He does find the first over towards Max. He's going to have more heroics. It's going to be David's turn to chime in. All the individuals now slowly stepping up for 9Z. Cracking open the bomb site, and surely that's going to be their 6th.
That grenade there, that was such a clever grenade that he just threw. It's bounced the AWP back into the bomb site, so VINI can't even steal that away to try and save it. That's a real heads-up play there, trying to deny any sort of save for the Imperial squad. They just got the 1M4 on FNX. They won't have the money for the AWP either, so that actually could end up being a critical play, although VINI is 5-7. Actually, maybe has the opportunity to play spoiler. Gonna at least get himself an AK. He's spotted that AWP. How hungry he is for it. Doesn't really matter because David is going to shut him down. And 9Z going to be getting themselves up to 6 here. Ooh, FNX, luken playing with fire here. Has to be very careful. He spotted the shoulder. He can stick wide on this. He might actually get that AWP after all, although it's been bounced back. Oh, he doesn't quite get it. So all in all, great round from 9Z, and that's now going to cause a pause to come out as these CTs have to think about how they're going to play this next round out.
It's interesting seeing the timing of the pauses as well, because every single game in this series, Imperial are taking a heavy lead, and then 9Z just come back. And we've seen it on both of the maps now. It gets to about 7-5, 7-6, and Imperial just take a pause. I would have liked to have seen them potentially just take one a little bit earlier, because it's going to be the same old routine. It's going to be the same old habits that are dying hard for Imperial currently, because 9Z are once again really taking it to them in the closing stages of this first half. Maybe they take a pause about 7-3, 7-4 just to discuss their options. Maybe the game gets turned on its head a little bit more, but that's really speculative, to be honest. However, I'm just so impressed with how 9Z are performing, really taking the fight to Imperial, and maybe showing that the last dance, not one and truly, only a few jigs left.
Gonna be a fast play up towards long here. Max has the crosshair in the right place, but doesn't pull the trigger, but it doesn't matter. David finds 2 of his own. Fallen does get the response, so 20 seconds into the round, and we're already into the 3-on-3. Control proving frivolous. Fallen actually gonna go down. Can't get back around the corner. The flash is perfect. They can drop these smokes. It was a very difficult one for the 2 remaining CTs. But he has gotten in quite early though. A bit disruptive here. Although, ooh, he gets spotted out on the edge. Can throw this nade, but now they're fully aware of his position. He gets mollied out. boltz gonna push forward. He's playing around this smoke. Might go for a bit of a cheeky jump play, and it works. He finds rocks. GG gonna take down VINI, and now it's just boltz. He's trying to jump for something. He's got a smoke here. He can play around for a little bit. These jump antics. Surely he can't pull it off twice. Already gotten away with the first kill. Where's this player towards long? Spots the head of DG. The flash actually catches him, but he'd already spotted his head. And 9Z even it up now, 7-7. And the money, it's now in the absolute gutter for this Imperial squad.
Yeah, another lovely round on the T side for 9Z. They changed the pace. Went a little bit early on the flashes for the first engagement, which was quite scary, but they got away with it. But yeah, it's just long aggression. They're grouping up in numbers. They're making sure they're taking the fight straight to Imperial and donning all of that map control. Lovely stuff from them. But now Fur, oh, he's going to get flashed in by Fallen. And the aggressive antics. The shoes on the other foot now. The CTs, they've got the advantage. Max, let's bring it to an even kill. So there's a lot of aggression forming on the final map of this series.
Yeah, it's been a very close affair after that start, which looked like Imperial were very much in the lead. Like they had full control over the direction this was going, but gonna be Max picking up that AWP that had been dropped by luken and finding boltz as well. So that's already the openers faving 9Z now. VINI has the potential to play spoiler here. David posted up in this close angle. Will VINI be ready for this? He's looking to find something, and oh, David swings out and finds him. It's now just the 2 CTs left. Fallen. He's been a monster so far, but now he's just got the scout and he's all alone. Max catches the timing, and that bomb's gonna go down. And look, FNX, he's a pretty good player. You know, he's had his highlights in his time, but a 1v4, I think that's a pretty tall order.
Yeah, he's really got to go for this as well. Obviously, last round of the first half, and yeah, it doesn't look too good for him. Hasn't got a kit, and he's shifting his way through short. But what's he got on offer here? Potential to take the scalps of 2 of these T's, but not to be. 9Z once again battle back and join us very shortly to see which one of these 2 teams is going to come out on top. Welcome back, everyone. We are here straight away to bring you the last half of this best of 3. It's really gone the distance. 9Z once again battling back, and we're actually winning out the half over Imperial on their T side. They're now swapping over to their defense. This will be Imperial's responsibility to go flawless in terms of winning all the pistol rounds, and we were speaking in the break, and Lucy quite likes their chances for Imperial to win another one.
Yeah, I mean, they've won all the pistol rounds so far, so the odds are in their favor. So 2 of the 9Z players, Rox and David, no armor and no purchase either, just saving a bit of extra cash, so that doesn't come back to haunt them. Luken going to be spotting a player here towards Xbox. Fire for a few bullets, no contact so far. These T's, they have got the bomb moving towards short. There are 3 players already over towards the A site for the CTs. Luken in mid as well, keeping them honest. The bomb's sort of just looking for an opening at the moment. They haven't committed either way. Trying to see who's going to win out this duel with Luken. And in fact, he's going to be forced back off. This is going to open up the avenue towards the B site. The flash from Luken, it's going to be good. It's split out off the top of it. Fur does trade down Luken though. And Rox, he's all alone on the side. He goes down the Fur as well. Max looking for an opening through this smoke, but Vinny's going to be holding it. They're going to go for the boost. I'm going to look around for it, but oh, this is a difficult post plant.
Yeah, they can't even get past VINI. They're just making so much noise. He's so aware that they're going to be here. Can actually clear him out the angle, though. And Imperial, you don't want to keep fighting these long-range duels with the USPs, because there's only one favoured fighter. 3 versus 3, 4 is tucked in. Oh, but actually, David, he's doing all the work. This retake, it's really on. It's now left all up to boltz. He's just trying to buy time. He's just trying to tuck in. There is a hit on the board. And DGT, does he have enough time to do it? I think there's just enough. And I tell you what, 9Z, they win the pistol. And could this be the turning point in the series?
Well, they've won the pistol. That's the first pistol they've won. And I think that's a good omen for things to come on their CT half. They're able to convert it. They'll be feeling very confident. Their CT halves have been quite solid so far. I've been impressed with what they've shown us. So definitely going to be happy with that one. It looked like it was going to be Imperial's round for sure. They had the perfect post-plant positioning. VINI just holding off all 3 players coming through from the CT. They're just going to find the kills and win those trades. And it's going to be Fur winning a trade onto luken, but he is taken down immediately. 4-Sport AK gets retrieved by FNX as well. And oh, VINI finds True. They go for the aggressive play towards B, and VINI's just holding for it. Sprays down both with the Galil and completely opens up this B site.
Yeah, 9Z, the makers of their own undoing, just getting caught out. And VINI still aggressed far in, but DGT, he has caught timing. That grenade is going to finish off VINI, but boltz is there with a quick trade. Bomb on his back, but all his teammates are falling away from him. It is David in this 1 versus 2. They know where he is because he's just eliminated Nolan. And now FNX on the long rotate in towards top middle. He'll hit the headshot. So Imperial not resting on their laurels despite losing the first pistol round of the series for themselves. They battle right back in with the 4-spy.
Yeah, great round there from VINI, just finding the opener. 9Z go for an aggressive play, trying to get the info, and it just backfires completely. If boltz had gone down there, then it might have been a different scenario, but fortunately 9Z not able to pull that one through. Oh, Fallen almost. Oh no, luken almost finding Fallen. See? Going for it down here. Max is holding the line, takes him down with the deagle. boltz has found a kill towards the front of B. Not prompted them to go for anything yet. They're still taking this one slow. They know they've got the gun advantage here. VINI's going to push his way up through mid. Could be another crucial position for him. Holds as he spots the player. Doesn't quite connect anything though, and it's going to force him back off. We're going to regroup with this bomb. 4 on 4. There's still a chance that 9Z can steal this one away. Just have to find the right timings here.
Potentially, it could just be this mid-crunching towards the short position. David, he's now all alone. He's going to have to try and hold on to this bomb site. A couple of shots, no begging, but he does completely eliminate VINI. Meanwhile, boltz, he's picking up pieces. Fallen, he's not going to be deterred just yet. But still, 9Z, they've made this so expensive for the forced purchase of their own. He drops down in. Surely the sound cue's been heard. And for Max, it's going to be such a difficult 1 versus 2. But he's moving up the scout. Not that he needs it, because he converts with the deagle. And suddenly, he has got a kit to work with, but he's going to need to cross CT first. But there's simply just not enough HP. And FNX, with the long range, can pick it up. And Imperial tie up the game.
Yeah, huge amount of damage done there, but I don't think it's going to be enough to entice them into the buy. They've only got around over 2k in the pockets of each of them. It's going to be opting to go for just pistols here. Imperial with a chance now to likely get a lead back in this game. 9Z, even though they win that pistol, it's not been too much since then. Maybe setting up for a bit of a flash play towards long, just trying to overwhelm them with these USPs, but it's the B site where the terrorists have gone. It's going to be a free plant for Imperial and 10th round.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing too much to say about this one, really. 9Z, they gamble over towards the A bomb site, trying to do a little bit of a team play because they've just armed with the USPs, trying to just balance out their money for the future rounds, and Imperial just go B. So completely eluding all of the stack. Nice little decision from the IGL. And Imperial, they will hit double digits first.
Boltz has to be careful here. He's trying to clean up some of these players with his Mac 10, but again, sticks down. Don't have a huge amount of cash left. Fallen's actually opted for the P250 this round, so he's very clearly signaling he wants to get that T-side AWP out early. Will in this next round. One of these APs is going to be dropped over to Boltz if they so wish to. And now 9Z have a chance to fight back. They've got the full buy that they can bring out onto the board. Not going to have that AWP in the hands of Luken, though, and that could be a factor they're missing here, particularly as Fallen has brought out one of his own.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, and this is actually a really nice angle. I haven't really seen this one too much. It's just to catch out the players heading towards lower if you're a CT, but not to be. So Fallen will set his sights now over towards middle where VINI resides. Joined by FNX. A lot of mid-control already being gathered by Imperials. They flash their way through the double doors. Don't want to overextend too much. Could be caught out by a couple of nasty deep crossfires from 9Z. So instead their attention turns to short. And similar to 9Z, they get it for basically free. Completely uncontested here. It allows Fallen to potentially work a pick.
It's going to be these mid to B smokes that come down. Fallen, he's going to be poking his head out here. No one to greet him at the moment. 9Z happy to play this one passive. There, this round's a pivotal one if they want to build up any sort of round win here. Need to get a few in a row if they want to put up a good CT side. Those smokes coming through to short. A few players here, one towards Goose, playing around Wrap. He'll play down towards Long. DG's going to get mollied out towards Goose. He has to push forward to site. He might have caught him off here, and Luken also brought low from the utility. DG just burns out. Both of them burn out. The molly. None of these T players saw any of the CTs. They just killed them all with utility. Now Boltz with the long-range Mac 10 wins the duel onto David. Rox finds one onto VINI, but really just a consolation kill at this point, and Fallen's going hunting with this AWP.
Yeah, really systematically done from Imperial there, covering the entire bomb site in flame, not once but twice. It was the second wave of incendiary grenades that put to rest two of the crucial pieces of the puzzle that 9Z were mounting for their defense over towards the A bomb site. Really well played from Imperial. And Max is just trying to live in CT. And they've actually thrown away a number of rifles, yeah.
Burn himself down there, running through the molly and then dropping down, taking fall damage. It's going to be a favourable engagement for him there, but at least Fallen saves this up. Money great for the terrorists as well, so really the initiative is on this 9Z squad to find anything on this CT side since they've got that pistol.
Yeah, it's going to be a awkward buy to do it in as well, but we have seen throughout the series a couple of lower economy investments full favour towards this 9Z side, so they've got track record. Oh, Rox. Very dangerous to peek in towards middle, especially when you know the player on the other side is not actually the AWP of Fallen, but FNX taking the spawn. But I really like this from Max. Look at how aggressive he's pushed up towards top mid, and this potentially could be a round-winning play. That would be if Imperial were over here at all. Instead, it's only going to be Fur, because the rest of them reside over towards lower. But nevertheless, it's still a very good man advantage for 9Z.
Yeah, they find the kill, and now he's able to actually back off here. Smoke coming through as well. That nade actually going to do a chunk of damage. Brings Boltz down to 43. That is hefty. So a great bit of early damage done by Max. And able to get away for free as well. Now he's posted up on this short angle where he can just drop off if the contact comes through. Looks like it might do is Imperial are looking to move towards A. VINI's actually going to get run boosted across the angle here. Expecting maybe an AWP to be holding it, but definitely no AWP in play. Max gets flashed out, finds one. VINI does get the trade. Player advantage still towards 9Z. Guns advantage is definitely not. Luken is here with the P250. He's not the man you want defending it. DGT coming in with that M4. He's going to be critical if they want to hold on to this. Unless Luken can do something special, which he does. He finds the first of the VINI with the P250. Not quite able to find a second. Fallen is brought low. He's DGT. He's forced off the angle. Fallen. He's pushing up towards site with that bomb. He's going to get it down. And FNX catches DGT as well. And now all the jumping, it works for David's advantage. He takes down Fallen. FNX takes the aggressive peek. But Rock's able to trade him out. And 9Z, they get their first CT round since the pistol.
Yeah, and it was off the back of the interesting investment that they opted in. It was only 3 rifles, the P250 coming into full fruition as well, and 9Z, they get it done when it matters most. Still battling back here. This game, this whole series, it's been so close throughout. And I've got a lot of respect for this 9Z side, really taking the fight here, really wanting to earn this spot. There's only one available to IEM Dallas, and they're putting on such a good show. Over on the other side of the bracket, between MIBR, that game's gone 3 maps as well, so the talent pool here in the South America region, it's flourishing right now. A lot on the line, and this aggression over towards long. Rox is in such a good position to potentially capitalise on Imperial. Got to be careful though, because his boost is actually going to get caught out in between the fire and the flames. David stands victorious, and this round, it's all but done.
Yeah, David taking down the Goliath that is Imperial out towards long. Very solid play there. And now VINI going to be looking for maybe an opening towards B. There is a player tucked in here. Max holding the line. Bit of an off angle here above the car. It's a difficult one to clear. He's got a player coming over to support as well. So, oh, VINI does find the kill. Utility comes in, so they might be able to get a bomb plan out of this. CTs are going to take their time to rotate over. Not a lot of utility for the post plant. FNX does have a single smoke, so can re-smoke the doors. That's going to go down now. VINI aggressing into halls. Ooh, doesn't actually find the kill. In fact, a bit of damage. Retrieve Molotov's going to slow down this retake even further. David trying to spam through. Finds VINI. Now FNX has to find 4 if he wants to steal this one away. And DGT going to deny it. And that's now going to be the scoreline evened up. 11-11.
This B bomb site is notoriously quite difficult to retake, but not when you're 9Z, not when you've got a 4 versus 2 player advantage, and not when you're clearing every single angle so diligently. DGT, lovely shot onto FNX at the car, completely just clearing him out. Imperial did well there in that situation to get a bomb plant, all things considered. But the money's a little bit worse for wear. Definitely going to have to invest just partially with these pistols, if not anything at all, which is going to be basically a full Glock round. I imagine they want to get this AWP out of Fallen as soon as possible.
Oh, luken has to be careful here. This close engagement, probably not what you want to be doing with up against the light bike. There's a chance you could hand that one over, but he does find the kill and get away. No trade potential there. David going to be flashed off here, but has the support of DGT. Going to find a kill apiece. Now FNX trying to find something, but shut down, and that round over before it even really had a chance to begin. And 9Z now, they're in the lead. 12-11. The economy built up as well. Fully in the driver's seat now, and potentially could be closing this one out. They looked a little bit rough earlier in their CT half, but these last few rounds, it really seems like they've found their form.
I completely agree, and it's so important they get out of that round with no damage. 5 players kept alive, it means the economy can continue to build. It's so good for them. Fallen maybe had an opportunity to take a shot, but that's a lovely smoke. Looking to be boosted over potentially. Oh, he's going to get tagged down. Oh, and so is Max. It's lots of damage being exchanged in towards middle. An explosive way to kick off round number 24, but 9Z, again, a little bit aggressive, and luken, he'll hit the shot. Early advantage favouring the CTs once again.
Yeah, great line to be holding with that AWP. You just don't expect it. And Max boosts up here on this off angle. It's perfect. VINI even goes down in the smoke. Fallen, he's already low from that engagement earlier. They might not be aware that he's low, but he certainly is. And old boltz trying to lurk around the smoke rocks. Shuts him down, and now Fallen, 14 HP. 5 CTs. I know you want to just try and keep a hold of this, but you can see they've actually got a bit of bank, so they could go hunting if they wanted to, or, you know, it is Imperial, it is the last dance, it is Fallen. Maybe you show a bit of respect and just play it safe.
Yeah, not going to be aware of the spam through the smoke either, so not going to be completely understanding of how low Fallen really is. However, there's still 35 seconds left on the clock, and you see that David has pushed up towards this long position, so there's potential he could maybe find him. There's an internal timer on Fallen to keep checking between these angles, though, but David's in such a good position to maybe strip away this AWP from Imperial. Oh, look at that. Wait, is he... Don't knife him, David.
The knife. Oh!
Thought about it.
Oh, I should have gone for it. They had the money. Just go for it. Doesn't matter if you go down.
You've got to show respect to Fallen. You have to.
Oh,
Taking the AWP out of his hands, that's more than enough.
What an accolade it would be, though, to knife Fallen, though, you know? Like,
True.
You could always tell that one to your grandkids. Remember the time that I knifed Fallen? It's in the closed qualifiers for IEM Dallas.
Remember the time I beat Fallen and Imperial in the IEM closed Dallas qualifiers? That sounds a lot better, right?
Yeah, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I'd take that. Anyway, going to be Deagles on the backs of Imperial. It's up against a 14th here. They have shown us some magic with these little hand cannons before, but be a tall order here. Posturing up towards short. There's a player ready. DGT, perfect position with this grenade. Oh, that's going to be chunky. And oh, it is. It almost takes down Fallen completely. And now he can just sit back on the site. That's his M4, the long range advantage. Luken also chiming in, and it's just a matter of time before all these players get sprayed down. Tell you what, DGT has been really impressing me this series. He was a huge part of their success in the RMRs, and he's looking just as hot here. Getting 4 in the round. That's against the Eco, but he's 24 for 11 at the moment.
Yeah, he's been playing really well. Luken is... He's been consistent. Like, obviously, on Inferno, he really stepped up and had a great game. On Nuke, he was a little bit quiet. But here, 13 to 13 with the AWP, he's holding the angles and he's hitting the shots he needs to. You don't need a flashy AWP. And it was always going to be a difficult prospect to fill Try's shoes. So obviously, he moved over to 0-0 Nation. A little bit poetic that 9Z made the major over 0-0 Nation as well. But... nevertheless, that utility damage was absolutely ridiculous over towards short, giving Imperial a taste of their own medicine, potentially from Inferno on Banana, time and time again. Those nades were completely wrecking 9Z, so that must be a nice little feeling, because they're 2 rounds away from advancing further in this upper bracket run and taking a massive scalp already in this qualifier in Imperial.
Yeah, I mean, Imperial probably the favorite team just in general in this qualifier. So if you can take them down early, could be a fast ticket to that finals. We'll see now. They're going to slow it down. David has gotten up very close on long doors here. He's been very mobile with his positioning here, always changing it up. I don't doubt Imperial clear it, but there could be an opportunity here to maybe catch someone off guard. And boltz is going to swing out, but David does find him. Not able to get the trade immediately. In fact, he swings in and takes out FNX as well. And Fallen, he's brought down to 19, swaps to the USP. Fallen does take him down eventually. VINI actually finds another kill as well on A side. So that's opened that up. But Max, he's come through mid. He's dropped the bomb. He's taken down Fallen. VINI, oh, he gets the trade back onto Max. It's trades back and forth. Both VINI and Fur are brought low. CTs. Okay, now it's just GGT. He's been the star of this squad so far. Has the bomb. Are they going to be ready for his position here? They're actually going to throw the molly through. He steps through into it, finds VINI, but can't quite find the kill into Fur. And Imperial, by that amazing opening for David, they aren't able to close it out.
I've been so impressed with VINI as well throughout this game. Time and time again, he always trades out his teammate. No matter where they are, he instantly replies. He's having such a good game. Doubles up in that round as well. Instrumental to Imperial really recovering the damage that was set between them over at long, and they bounce back. It gets a really stacked position that 90 found themselves in, but unfortunately not to be. A lot of economy for the CT, so they can continue on to buy. It's going to be relentless for the rest of the game for Imperial to deal with this financially. Going to need to really take advantage and work their way back. It's going to be a very difficult mission for them to do so.
Smoke actually blocks the vision of Fallen then. He was boosted up to maybe get an angle on Luken, but the smoke dropped just before that opportunity arose. Now VINI going to be flashed into shot. Once again, taking control from here. Has been a very popular play for this T-side squad so far. That bomb dropped in there. GT with another juicy grenade lined up. Actually managed to get dodged. VINI pushes forward, so doesn't do as much as it looked like it could do. GT gonna find the opening onto third. Is brought low. No trade coming through at the moment. Max on the angle as well. These tears. Slowing it down at the moment. Fallen. Potentially you're looking for something here. Really has to find an opening if Imperial want to take this round.
Such a nice crossfire being established as well. Max's half his body's tucked in at this wall, and since he does actually move away a little bit, but GT will continue his domination. Luken's now posted on this angle, and things are falling apart for Imperial. VINI hits the deck, and Max gets bailed out in the end after wicking a little bit of a spray, but 9Z, they're on series point, 15-12, and Imperial, you're going up against this, and it's not going to be a pretty buy. A lot of these players can't actually afford AK-47, so this really could be the golden ticket for 9Z to take this series 2-1 over Imperial.
Yeah, I think not the result we expected here. Imperial certainly the favourites going into this. Obviously 9Z did win their map pick of Nuke, but it was a close affair, and then Imperial looks so good on Inferno. So it's great to see 9Z doing a bit of a fight here. Bringing it back and now taking us all the way to map point. That force buy from Imperial, not great either. Couple of Mac 10s, couple of Glils, and a Tech 9 for VINI. So not the weaponry you want to be working with here. Potentially looking to move towards B. All the players are in this lower tons position, but there's 3 CTs on this side of the map.
Yeah, they've got a pretty good read that this might end B. A lot of players playing passively for this CT setup, apart from David, who's got a lot of control and a lot of information for 9Z over towards long. It means the Orc can just post on the angle, but more importantly, Rots, he can just spot out just ever so slightly. That smoke's so well timed. As the lurk creeps on in, all this denial utility, it's going to strip down the clock even further. Imperial, they're going to have to make a move. They're going to... But Max, he's already holding the line, swinging in. Oh, and Rox is just tucked in as well. It's only a matter of time before this all falls apart. And 9Z, they take the series 2-1 over Imperial. And they just get it done. Really well played by them. And wow, what a series, Lucy.
Yeah, I don't think that went the way we expected it, right? Like,
No.
it really felt like Imperial